Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of my medicine. Continue the Iliad by Homer. I'm going to continue to read. But Achilles surged down too, with high handling strides, charging against the river, on, breakneck, on, and the river could not stop him, not for all its reach and the tight race, not with Athena pumping enormous strength deep down Achilles' heart, but Xanthus River would not slack his fury either. He raged at Achilles all the more. He marshalled up a mountainous ridge of water, rowing out to Simois. "Oh, dear brother, rise, both of us rush together to halt this mortal's onslaught. At any moment he'll storm King Priam's mighty stronghold down. The Trojans cannot stand up to the man in battle. Beat him back quickly, deluge all your channels from all your gushing springs, master all your torrents, raise up a tremendous wave, numbling, booming with timber, boulders crashing. We'll stop this wild man in his tracks, lauding it in his power now, and rigging like some gods. Neither his strength nor splendid build can save him, not now. I tell you, nor all that glorious armor. Now, somewhere under our flaws that gear will sink. Immersed deep in slime and I will roil his body round in sand and gravel. Tons of spills of silt, a key. We'll never know where to find his bones, never collect them now. I will bury that man so deep in mud and rocks. That's where his grave mound will be piled, and then no need in the world to raise his burial high, when comrades come to give him royal rights." So he vaunted, rearing against Achilles, seething, heaving up in fury, thundering out now in foam and blood and corpses, and the blood-red crest of the river, swelled by Zeus, came arching higher, ready to tear Peleus down. But Hera, struck with fear for Achilles, screaming out, dreading he might be swept away by the giant churning river, and quickly cried to the god of fire, her own dear son, "To arms, my child, god of the crooked legs, you are the one we'd thought a worthy match for the whirling river Xanthus. Quick, rescue Achilles, explode in a burst of fire. I will drive the west and south winds white with clouds, and sweep in from the open seas in tearing gale to sear the Trojan bodies and gear, and spread your lethal flames. And you make for the Xanthus banks and burn the trees. Hurl the stream itself into conflagration, not for a moment. Let him turn you back with his winning words or threats. Never abate your fury, not till I let loose my shout, then halt your withering fire." Hera's command, and Hephaestus launched his grim, inhuman blaze. First he shot into flames and burned the plains, ignite hordes of corpse squads. Achilles slaughtered. He scorched the whole plain, and the shining river shrunk, hard as the autumn north wind. Hits a leveled field, just drenched in downpour, quickly dried it off, and the farmer is glad and starts to till its soil. So the whole plain was parched, and the god of fire devoured all the dead. Then, blazing in all his glory, weird for the river, an inferno, the elms burned, and the willows and tamarisk burned, and the lotus burned, and the galingale and reeds and rushes, all that flourishing among the running river lush bank. And the eels raced, and the fish in the whirlpool leaped high, breaking the surface left to the right, in a sheen of fire, gasping under the master smith Hephaestus' blast, and now the river's strength was burning out. He panted the god's name, "Hephaestus, stop. Not a single god can stand against you. No, not I. Can't fight such fire, such fury. Hold your attack. Stop. Brilliant Achilles can drive them out of Ilium now. What is this war to me? Why should I help Troy?" He screamed in flames, his clear current bubbling up like a cauldron whipped by cracked fire as it melts down the lard of fast swine. A splatter up around the rim, dry log blazing under it, lashing it to the boil. So the river burned. His clear current ceased and lost all will to flow. He stopped, overwhelmed by the thorough blast of the master craftsman god of fire. The Xanthus cried to Hera, pour out his heart in a flood of supplication. "O Hera, why? Why does your son attack me? With my waters more than all the others? Why? What have I done to you? Nothing inside those other powers, all who rush to defend the children's armies. Oh, I will stop, if that's your command, but let your son stop too, I will swear. What is more, never to drive the fatal day away from the children's, not even when all Troy burns in the ramping flames, when the warring son of Achilles burn her down." And Hera heard him. The radiant white-armed goddess quickly cried to the god of fire, her own dear son, "Hephaestus, stop, stop, my glorious blazing boy. It's not right to battle another deathless god, not for the sake of these mortals." She ceased, and the god of fire quenched his grim, inhuman blaze, and back in his channel ran the river's glistening tides. And now, with the strength of Xanthus beaten down, the two called off their battle. Hera held them back, still enraged as she was, but now for total war, bearing down on the other gods, disastrous, massive, their fighting fury blasting loose from opposing camps. The powers collided. A mammoth clash, the wide earth roared, and the arching vault of heaven echoed round with trumpets. And Zeus heard the chaos thrown on Olympus' heights, and laughed deep in his own great heart, delighted to see the god engage in all-out conflict. They did not waste a moment. Close at once, Ares' stabber of shield led off, charging Athena, staking his bronze spear, and dressed the goddess down. "You dog, fly! Why drive the gods to battle once again, with that stormy blasting driving your wild heart? Don't you recall the time you drove Tydeus' son to spear me through? In the eyes of all the world, you seized his lance and rammed it from yourself, tearing into my reaping, deathless flesh. So now I think I will pay you back for all your outrage." With that, he slapped at her battle shield of stone, in dark tassels flaring, packed tremendous force. Not even Zeus' lightning bolt can break its front. Bloody Ares lunged at it now with giant lance, and Athena backed away, her powerful hand hefting a bouldering off the plain, black-jacked, a non-weight that man in the old days planted there to make of plowland. I'm going to stop here today and continue next time. Thank you for watching.